What is going on, everybody? Welcome back. I know it's been a while to the SmoovePlayz podcast. I got my boy Dean with me, and if we're back, that only means one thing. That means that it is time for the NFL season. Dean, it's good to be back. How are we feeling?
I'm feeling great, man. Good to see you, my buddy Austin, talking about football again. That means, like you said, it's that time of year. It's the best time of year. So I'm doing great, man.
Yes, sir. Well, we're gonna start us off just diving right in. We got our Thursday night matchup between the Eagles and the Cowboys. Banner game for the Philadelphia Eagles, Super Bowl champions. And I mean, what are your expectations for this one?
Well, first of all, hopefully everyone, comes out of the game healthy. We got no injuries, so we got my expectations are a tough. I mean, it's a divisional matchup in week one, so it should be gritty. This is a big rivalry in the NFL, so it should be a lot of emotion out there. Banner night. I know the Eagles don't want to walk out there for banner night, but I think before we do dive into this game, we have to talk a little bit about all the news with the Cowboys going into this game
Yeah,
after they traded away Micah
I mean,
Parsons.
I couldn't agree more. Easily biggest headline. Honestly, probably the biggest headline coming into the NFL season as a whole. Micah Parsons traded to the Green Bay Packers, and what Dallas gets in return, they get Kenny Clark and two first rounders.
Do you think they got enough for Micah Parsons?
Um, I am not honest. I don't think that it is enough. I know that Jerry Jones was talking about potentially even having those first rounders, not necessarily meaning they're going to take players, but if they use those first rounders, say to flip it into something else, who knows what they're going to do? They got Kenny Clark, which last season Dallas was one of the worst teams against the run all year. Kenny Clark is he's a guy that is kind of his staple of his game has been stopping the run game or slowing the run game down. However, he is older. He has had injury problems in the past, and I don't know if they're getting the Kenny Clark that maybe you would like to see in return for a guy like Micah Parsons.
Yeah, I think you said it perfectly. I agree with you there. Also, this Dallas defense, I guess they assume that getting Kenny Clark will obviously help them in the run game instead of Micah Parsons, but this defense was still, I mean, bottom five in every statistical category last year. So I guess my question is, do you think that adding a guy like Kenny Clark can at least, I mean, help them? Can they be better than they were last year without Micah Parsons? Is the question.
I mean, it's tough to say because I mean, if I was looking at the depth chart and the roster before, just to get kind of get an outlook on this game, and I'm not gonna lie, Dallas's front seven, I didn't see anybody on that front seven that made me go like, yeah, this team's gonna be better against the run this year.
Yeah, no, I agree with you there. I think it's a very uninspiring unit as a whole. I mean, their secondary, like you only mentioned their front seven, their secondary is definitely the stronger part of their defense. But again, I mean, their front seven is very uninspiring. And going against a team like the Philadelphia Eagles with number 26, we know a guy like Saquon Barkley, who even when he was in New York, I feel like every time he played the Cowboys, he was putting up 100 plus yards.
Yeah, and you hit the nail on the head. This is going to be a tough matchup for Dallas, especially if they continue the storyline they had last year, going against Saquon Barkley. I did see a note that Landon Dickerson is listed as questionable, which is well, he's one of the best interior linemen I think in the NFL. They also Philly is losing Mekhi Becton, who was right guard for them all of last year, big body guy, able to help in the run game. We'll see kind of how if that is going to play a factor in Saquon. Again, I don't know if Landon Dickerson is out officially. I think it's like a game time decision or something. But regardless, it's still Saquon. Philly's offense is still gonna, they got options on the offense. But diving into this Thursday night game, I mean, what do you think Dallas needs to do to win this game?
I mean, to win, they need to do a lot of things. I don't know if Dallas is going to, I would give Dallas a very slim chance of going in and winning this game. Now, covering this, it looks like the line's moved down to 7.5 now
Yep.
instead of 8.5. So a little bit of money coming in on the Cowboys. But I mean, to win the game, first of all, they need to stop Saquon Barkley, like we just said. That's the key to the Eagles offense. The problem with that is if you put a lot of guys in the box, they got AJ Brown and Devontae
Yeah.
Smith and
It's
Dallas
not like they
Goedert.
don't have other options.
The Eagles, I mean, we know the Eagles are going to be really good. So I don't know if this defense can stop them. I guess the only game script I can see the Cowboys finding a way to win is if they can outscore the Eagles. Because I
Yeah.
don't think that in a low scoring game, that's in their favor.
Yeah, I mean, when I look at Dallas, I kind of agree. I agree with you as terms of outscoring. I think that if you look at Dallas, they're going. I don't know if they're going to be able to, but they are going to have to try to establish some sort of ground game in order to open up the pass game. But I don't know if they have the backs for it. Javonte Williams was an addition. I think they got Jaden Blue from Texas, and I mean. I just don't know if they are going to have the ground attack to be able to like open up their passing game. Even though they have CeeDee Lamb and then they added George Pickens, who I think if Dak can stay up and throw the ball to these guys, I mean, there's a chance that Dak throws for over 4,500 yards, potentially even five, just because I think that they're going to be in situations where they have to throw the ball so much.
Yeah, no, I agree with you there. Especially like if the Eagles go down and score on that opening drive, Cowboys don't, and then the Eagles go score again. I mean, say goodbye to that run game. But they do
Yeah.
have your boy Miles Sanders back in Philly for a revenge game. You know,
I mean, who knows? Who knows? Anything can happen. I mean, this is the NFL. Like, it's definitely different than college in the sense of you kind of already have set, like, this team is definitely winning the game.
yeah.
This is the NFL. All these guys are at the top of their class. So I mean, I think we have a good outlook as far as Dallas's script on what they need to have happen. And it's a lot. They need a lot to go their way. But Philly, I mean. Let's not look at how does Philly win this game. What does Philly need to do to not lose this game?
I mean, what the what every good team needs to do, don't turn the ball over, obviously. The Eagles, first of all, they don't turn the ball over really at all, that
Yeah,
very often at all. So if they can continue to do that like they did last year and just play, I mean, just play in their system. Like
yeah,
say get Saquon 20 plus touches, get AJ Brown and Smith those deep balls because Hurts likes throwing those deep balls. I could definitely see both of those guys having like, a 20 plus yard reception in this game. Um, Up and down, you look at both rosters, even with this good Cowboys offense, I'm probably taking the Eagles offense. So I think they have the better offense, the better defense, the better coach. This is also the first game for what's his name? Scott. I don't know how to pronounce his name, the Cowboys new head coach. Brian Stottenheimer or something like that. I don't know. I think I do like the over in this game, 47 and a half. I know it's the first game, so it might be a
a
little
little
sluggish to
shaky,
start.
but
Yeah, but
and
I
hey,
don't
you never
know.
know.
I could see some fireworks with these two teams, and also I I know we've been kind of talking down on the Cowboys this whole time, but in my opinion, I think 7.5 points might be a lot, and I think Cowboys could maybe get a backdoor cover. I really do.
I mean, I could see, like a garbage time touchdown or something to that could get a cover, but I think my pick of the game is definitely. I feel like I just have to take Philly mine like to cover the points. I think that they can definitely win this by 8 points or more. Um, like I said, if it's all going to come down to me, like you said, just playing Eagles football, being able to win the line of scrimmage. I think that Philly has a clear advantage at the line of scrimmage. They just need to go out and handle their business in that department. As long as they do that, they're going to be fine. Don't turn the ball over. All right. And then if they can stop the run game for Dallas, and Dallas just doesn't have a run game like I kind of expect, then that Eagles defensive line, is going to be able to pin their ears back and get after Dak Prescott and make it even harder to throw in the passing game. So this is a game that I think up and down Philly has the edge and should win this game pretty handily.
I could definitely see that game script, especially in Philly. I think, like I said, I just think 7 points in the NFL is a lot for me to take a team to cover, and I think that this Cowboys offense, I know I do agree with you that they need to establish a little bit of a ground game, but I don't think Quinion Mitchell and Cooper DeJean and Adoree Jackson are really locking up CeeDee
Yeah.
Lamb and
No,
Pickens.
I agree. I am glad you said that because I had a very like when I was looking had this same thought is like Dallas's back end is a lot, I'm not gonna say a lot, but like I think that they're a lot more established on their back end than Philly is on theirs right now.
For sure.
But I look at it, I look at the NFL and it's just like games are won and lost at the line of scrimmage and I mean, it's just that's where I gotta go.
No, you're right. I mean, who's stopping Jordan Davis, Jalen Carter, and those guys for the Cowboys? I do see Nakobe Dean is out for the Eagles, so that's a starting linebacker that could maybe, let the Cowboys backdoor cover. But what do you think about the total? I can see the Eagles easily getting to. I mean, I think
I
they're
mean,
going to get.
I could see the Eagles getting to, you know, 28 plus for sure.
Yeah,
I think 28 plus is a very reasonable spot for the Eagles. And, as far as Dallas, I do kind of see, I honestly see Dallas as like a 17 points. I don't know if I can, I don't know if I can fully commit to the over on it, if I'm being honest. It's tough.
okay. No, I understand. We're going to have to agree to disagree. I do think the Cowboys will score. I could see them at least getting 2 touchdowns and 2 field goals, so we can get to 20 points there. And then if the Eagles can just do their thing at home and put up 30, there's our
Then
over.
you're good. But hey, only time will tell, and we are only a few hours away from kickoff on Thursday night, and I'm getting antsy, man.
Oh, I'm getting antsy too. We are, I mean, like you said, a few hours. Do you like any touchdown scores in the game? Do you like anyone to score a
I mean,
touchdown?
if I was gonna pick a touchdown score, I mean, I like Jalen Hurts because you gotta think that they're gonna get to the one and run the tush push. Saquon Barkley, obviously, I mean, is an absolute animal. Um, I think a sleeper touchdown pick might be like a Jake Ferguson for Dallas.
Yeah, no, I don't dislike that at all. He's going to run a lot of route. He's their only tight end who really plays, so he's going to get the looks. What do you think about I really think AJ Brown is getting in that end zone tonight.
AJ Brown, I mean, yeah, I could see AJ Brown definitely coming out and being like, "All right, I'm here." I don't know what AJ Brown looked like without off the top of my head.
His first season in Philly, he had 11, and then the next last two, he's only had 7 each year. So touchdowns have been down a little bit for AJ. See if they can come back up. And also George Pickens is scoring because he's George Pickens is having, I mean, 1,100 yards plus this season at least.
Yeah, I
So
mean,
double
look,
digit
if
touchdown
they're gonna if Dak Prescott is gonna throw it for as many yards as we think, then that's a very real possibility. So who
yeah,
knows?
it
It's
is.
a
So
long NFL season.
you like Philly minus the points?
I like Philly minus the points in this one.
Okay, well, first episode of the year, we're disagreeing because I think when I originally saw this line, I was like Eagles all the way, but I just think I gotta go when you're zigging, I gotta zag and I gotta take Dallas, you know?
Hey, look, this is why we do this together because we can just bounce off of each other and banter back and forth. So, hey, look, I'm here for it. Let's agree to disagree and just honestly, let's just be happy that NFL football is back.
For real. And also the stat, like I'm so thankful this is back, but you already know by I don't know, 2 months from now we're gonna be like, wow, it's already week
I
8, week
know.
9.
Yeah, it's gonna fly by, but we're gonna take our time with it. That's gonna wrap up our Thursday night football predictions. NFL kickoff, the 2025-2026 season. I mean, it's here, and we're starting it off with this divisional game, and then we actually have a game tomorrow down in Sao Paulo between the Chiefs and the Chargers. We're gonna do a separate episode, and it's gonna be dedicated solely to that game. So stay tuned for that one. And Dean, I mean. You have anything else that you want to add before we close this thing out?
just to thank everyone for watching and say again how excited I am to do this podcast with you this year, my friend. Looking forward
Yes.
to it.
Yes, sir. Hey, year two of the Smooth Plays
Yeah.
podcast. Starting it off with a bang.
Yes, sir. NFL's here. Let's go, baby.
Yes, sir. All right. Well, that's going to wrap this one up. And if this is your first time tuning in, make sure you leave a like if you enjoyed it and subscribe if you want to see more content from us. And then leave a comment on your thoughts going into this Thursday night matchup. And if you have any expectations as far as what you like to see from either the Cowboys or the Eagles throughout the season. And I think that's a good note to close this one on. So I got nothing else. Dean, if you got nothing else, appreciate y'all stopping by, and we'll see y'all in the next one. Peace.
Yes, sir. Peace.